going on? Oh. That's just for Eric. Dead air. He loves dead air, man. Eric loves dead air. That guy, I'm telling you. Dead air just for Eric.
He's going to come on the show and say, what?
Man, it's just dead air for Eric. That's it.
Yes.
Well, you know what the worst part is?
That
I'm in control. That sucks.
Uh-oh.
That sucks, man. That sucks. Hey, what's going on? Reese Meyer, Foster, Staska, Jesse's on you, Kevin's on you, Will. Figure out what all these guys would be doing some watching some Game of Inches or something.
Doing something a little better, eh? A lot more fun than this.
Yeah, this is always fun, man. It's always fun. But what are you gonna do? Well, what you just took off your rice picker hat?
Yeah, I just
Leon wants to show off his hair, eh?
This is whew.
Yeah.
Put the hat on.
Oh, another guy with hair, man.
We got tonight's. Whoa, what just happened here? All of a sudden, my screen went really. Hey?
You're good over here on our end.
I like what it says on a ticker underneath.
You like that, eh? All of a sudden, my screen went really big. This Apple's driving me bonkers, man. Well, that's it. Boss is away. The Boneheads will play. What else are you going to do?
Nice.
Eh?
So what's up?
That's tonight's guest, Mike Platt. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Yeah, thanks,
Tell
Mike.
us a little bit about yourself, Mike.
Pretty average Joe. Like,
besides your 4 foot nothing.
Yeah, this tent is really small for everyone else. It's an absolute mansion for me, so that's great. Yeah, not much. I'm just a regular dude that likes to go fishing. I have myself a little YouTube channel that I try to fish and get ripped on all the time because Callie catches a lot more than me. But hey, we go out and have fun.
Yeah,
that's all that counts.
She does light it up. We watched it in action there a couple times, so
yeah,
pretty good.
She's been already talking about how much she's going to dominate this ice season. So I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
she's already putting up the challenge, eh?
She could start drilling some holes and get ready.
Yeah, that's actually why I'm in the tent.
Yeah.
Why? It's the only time you're going to have peace and quiet, or what?
She won't let me in the house.
That's your doghouse right there.
Yeah.
Sitting there in that tent. Corey Toker Simpson. How's it going, guys? Jesus.
Boys.
Man, everybody's coming on. You figure everybody be doing something else, like watching watching the Game of Inches. So we do have that contest going, and after tonight, you can't put any more of your lengths in there because we got to at least make it kind of fair, right?
Yeah.
So you got till probably midnight tonight to get the last bit of your guesses in for anybody, and then we'll figure out a prize package from that. I think the nice thing would be is if we can get a few of them to come on and chew the fat with us before the final one would be good. Hey, what do you think?
I'm sure there'll be some chatting today.
Yeah. Well, what do you think's going to end up happening? Somebody says bros. The boss is watching.
That's the boss, man.
That's the boss, man. That's definitely the boss.
He's checking up.
He got permission to get. He got permission to get Wi-Fi.
Did he? Oh, he's probably up on a plane right now, going to Toronto somewhere. So
the train's going to make a U-turn. He's going to head back to Winnipeg and dummy us up.
Yeah, he's gonna straighten us out. So Game of Inches, that's on right now, right?
What was that, Mike?
What's that? Go ahead, or Jeremy.
I was gonna ask if any of you guys have watched the second episodes of any of them.
No, I'm gonna wait I'll wait till tonight and tomorrow and make that my day. But it's it's good entertainment to spend a couple hours watching some good fishing.
So
I'm gonna watch that after we get off of here. I'm gonna go upstairs and watch a few of them, and then watch some more in the morning.
So after watching the second episode, are any of you guys gonna change your guesses?
I haven't even guessed yet. No.
The plane is on the runway. Oh no!
Yeah.
He's gonna lose it. It's gonna
that's
kill
it.
him, man. It's
No,
gonna
just
kill him.
nobody say nothing, and he'll just lose his mind. They're gonna kick him off the plane. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Evening, Wayne G.
I'm surprised you can stay
Calpine
that
says,
state.
I watched Jays and Fishing Geeks so far.
Nice.
So it'll be good. It'll be interesting to see. I seen Aaron put out a video today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his
Oh, mention of that.
Hey?
the maestro.
Yeah. So it's nice to see him put something out, but it would have been nice to see him do the game of inches also, right?
That auger thing is like, I know as soon as Callie seen it, she sent me a message like, watch till the end. So I looked at him using the auger and I was like, don't get me ideas.
But
Did
the
you-
auger thing?
Who actually watched it? You watched it, Plat?
I watched it
I
as
watched
well.
it.
You guys watched it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I have-
he's-
I missed the
I
guy.
watched it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I watched it today. It was nice to see. Would have been it'd be interesting to get his views on that politics end of the world, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Hey, Mike, what's this? What do you got going on here?
Knew you were going to bring that up.
Well, I have to bring it up. I'm kind of trying to figure out what you're doing there.
Well, I'm a good old, German and Polish, good old Mennonite at heart. So I hate getting stuff done for me. So I thought I'd make a little cover for my boat instead of getting it wrapped.
Yeah,
Wrapping is so expensive, right?
yeah,
No, that wood is expensive.
yeah. I know.
By time I got that frame done, I still have to get the tarp. I'm probably going to be close to $300 in. So
Yeah, I think I told you how much it would have been for me to just wrap it for you.
oh yeah. But it would be wrapped right now. I'm just waiting for a certain guy to come over and winterize it. It's just
Maybe you should see what's going on in that guy's garage right now. There's a snow bear in a million pieces. That's what's going on. I don't know. Whatever.
This guy over here, Leon. If I get in a fight with my partner, I may be living in your boat come winter. We'll see.
If you what?
it is.
You got in his boat.
If I get in a fight, if I get kicked out, I'll just go live in Mike's boat there for the winter.
You gonna get in a fight
You
on
do
purpose
that.
or what?
I don't know. No, yeah, it's a lot of space in there too, so I'll be fine.
That's funny.
Plat's gonna rent
You'll
it
be
out to you.
fine. Yeah, so that's good. So anybody
Maybe I'll have to park it.
have to park what?
I'll just be able to park the boat and put it on the side of the launch and do a catch and cook on the inside of the boat during the middle of winter.
Yeah.
That'd be good, eh?
Nice.
Speaking of that, we had somebody send in a picture. He said he was using this one for the "Don't be a dick." This one.
Oh, that
I
one.
loved it.
Apparently, he said he talked to a stranger and said that it's there's still open water. I don't think there's open water. Anybody been
Well,
down
it
by the
couldn't be any
river?
worse. Couldn't be
But
any worse than those guys down there when they went out there and chunking some pretty big ice chunks.
Well,
That
Yeah.
was nothing. That was nothing, man.
I don't know how much he had there.
Well, how thick was the ice for you guys?
Coming
I know.
off near shore, just over 3/4 of an inch.
So not bad.
So not bad.
It's easy for Jeremy to say that when it's not his boat.
Oh, my boat
Yeah.
would have gone through there like nothing, man.
Just would have
boat doesn't
glided
even
on
leave
top.
that trailer. Your boat barely leaves a trailer in the summertime, for Christ's sake.
We would have thrown Leon into the break the ice, man.
Yeah, I was just sitting over the fence, stomping my feet.
Jesus.
My toenails were cutting the ice.
So it was what'd you say it was, like 2 inches, inch and a half? You guys are breaking?
No,
just-
quarter inch.
No, 1/4 inch farther out than 3/4 of an inch closer to shore. So it was still, I don't know. Thanks, Justin, for doing that. Like, I think we were probably, and there's no other boats out there. We were the only boats.
Well,
I don't know why. It was a beautiful day.
I don't know, man. I see people, they've actually used an ice auger and they're drilling through 2.5 inches of ice. Like, that's not for me. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit too heavy to be doing that kind of crap.
2 inches ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
I'd have to be like,
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, the 3-inch on like a shallow place, like maybe on like Hunt or something like that. If you're really shallow, I might. But yeah, 4 is probably like that's my tight.
4.
4 inches.
Yeah, that's
I
I don't
6.
mind that.
I need 6, especially if I eat the night before really heavy.
yeah,
I might break through the ice or something. So
I'd have to be sitting in a sled like Aaron just to make sure, in case I went through, that I'd be floating. So
Best thing.
Spud bar.
spud bar. Yeah,
But don't make fun of my spud bar because it's only 4
2
feet.
feet
Because
long.
the handle was so high, I had to reach to get on the foam. Oh, my shoulder was shot by the end, so I had to cut it down about 2 feet.
that's like a peg leg for some people.
Yeah, I knew you would say something.
I'm like the missus, 6 inches or nothing.
Tilly.
Reese Meyer says 2 inches. Let's go. My fluffy buddy, stay home. I'm
Yeah.
staying home. I'm staying home. There's not a chance I'm going out yet. I've gone through the ice once, and I don't want to do it again. It took about
Aaron's
2.5.
video did give me a good idea, though. I was thinking if you had a big enough sled, like one of those big ones, even at like that 2-3 inch, if you're not too sure, like going to like Lactaboni Ponds or something like that, put your chair inside, sit, drill a hole. I'd feel okay with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I've gone through. So it took about a week to get my testicles back down to where they belong after that one. That's cold.
an early season musts, right?
Yeah.
Ice picks, right?
Picks.
Yeah,
Ice
picks.
picks. I do the smart thing. I just take a guy heavier than me and get them to go out first.
Mm. So what are you trying to say?
Well, you coming fishing there?
I was gonna say Leo's gonna be very popular.
You two guys be going out first.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm gonna still do my usual Lake Manitoba first.
Yeah.
And go from
Yeah.
there. I think that's usually
bet
the
there's
safest
one,
place.
Yeah, I bet there's one thing that you guys always forget to bring and don't think of, but I have to bring.
What's that?
You know what that is?
Got a
No.
chip?
It's
What
a
is it?
floaty.
A floaty
What?
for what?
For what?
Well, you guys all think having a floaty on the ice is stupid until you drop your keys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume you've done that before.
Lake of the Woods, 65 feet down. I had to get my friends to drive 2.5 hours to bring me my other set.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hey, you need someone like Leon there to reel him out for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Eric,
like-
what was with the
Hey,
rod
Leon?
retrieval?
Oh yeah. Jeremy may have lost a nice grad on the weekend that somebody found for him.
Almost did, yeah. Almost did.
Well, tell the
I-
story.
Well, what happened? What happened?
Well, I was stubborn. I want to cast, eh? So, it was cold, so I was wearing gloves.
Shocker.
So-
Jeremy stubborn.
So I'm casting away. Then all of a sudden, glove catches the tip of the bail, and my rod just goes flying. Man, I was like, no.
Oh,
So I think we spent how long did we stay there in that one spot? Half an hour.
Yeah, we ended
Until
up
you
staying
got it?
half an hour. Nobody was really I wasn't really I tried on your side of the boat.
Yeah.
And then nothing, and then I just got it by chance. I guess it drifted out from my side of the boat, which I caught your line.
You caught the line, yeah.
Yeah.
So
oh, nice.
I said,
Man,
thank you.
You guys got to be kidding me. Like, I drop a damn rod in the water, and there's no current. I can't get it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well, it was pure luck at that point.
pure luck, man,
I was getting
because-
Man, how many Apple items are in the bottom of a lake nowadays?
yeah.
I know I got 2 phones for sure.
I got a couple GoPros down there.
Jeez, yeah.
No, not many. No
knock on
GoPros.
wood. I haven't lost anything yet.
And I'm surprised because you don't even put that damn phone down. It's
I know.
always in your hand.
It hasn't happened. I think it happened. I was real close one time.
One day it's gonna go.
Yeah, I know that. So it's like, oh,
Mike,
I got to get one of those tourist ones.
I don't go enough.
You
Yeah.
don't go ice fishing, so that counts that out. You only go once in March, and then that's it.
And he catches masters, he goes.
I didn't say nothing. But
I know, I'm saying it though. I watched it with my own eyes. The guy goes ice fishing twice and he catches 2 masters, just like that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's right. Drops his rod in the water and breaks his other one. Yeah, well, that's my life, man. Welcome to my life. Look, if you look behind me, there's a pile of broken rods there. They're just piled up. Jesus, hey, Kevin Lowen's got a phone and a GoPro at the bottom. Yeah, what are you gonna do? McAlpine goes in March also.
See, Sal, that's perfect.
Yep.
That's perfect, McAlpine.
Yeah, but you get to miss all the frozen fingers and sleds breaking and everything's freezing up.
Yeah.
What kind of fun is that? So
I have to admit, the other
yeah.
time when we went out, I think it was -5 in the morning, and I was like, okay, not a big deal. I didn't realize how much it pisses me off open water fishing and your eyelets are freezing up. Oh man, you're sitting there and the lines are sitting there. You're trying to like get your line down. Oh, I'm like, I don't mind it if it's ice and I'm on the snow. I don't care. But if I'm in the boat, I just almost lost it.
I don't know. I can't stand frozen eyelets. That drives me nuts. But I can't sit in a tent. I have tents. I got flip shelters. And I can't sit in them. It just drives me bonkers. Last year I did only because it was so bloody cold out. So
It wouldn't be that hard to make heated eyelets. Like you just need a little thin wire and a battery pack. I'm gonna work on something.
Well, if you perfect it,
That'll melt your line, bro.
No way. Just you need like 0 degrees. Jeremy, I'll put it on Amazon. You'll be the first to buy it.
Yeah.
I'll try it, man. I'll test it out.
You'll have to put it on that, what is it, Alibaba site or whatever that he buys his augers from.
Yeah.
It was Amazon.
Whatever.
Oh, nice.
Murray Hoy says, wax your eyelets.
That's smart.
oh,
That's a good
I don't
thing.
think
to
I've
do.
ever.
Santos will give up his waxing his chest wax for the eyelets.
yeah.
That's who's that? Who else has tried that? I want to know, and I want to see if that actually works.
What, wax?
Well,
Wax
it's the
eyelets
same,
up
I
your-
guess, as like when you play hockey, right? You put wax on your blade to stop the snow / slush buildup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we used to
it's,
do that like on outdoor rinks. We just use like even lip
Yeah.
salt and just go on the side of it just to
Yeah. So
There you
maybe
go.
opposite wax. Yeah.
listen to the
Stick wax.
doctor.
I like Vaseline myself, but hey.
We won't touch that one either, man. Stay away from that one, man.
Vaseline on the blade. Okay, noted.
Noted it. No, Vaseline on the eyelets.
Oh, on the eyelids. Okay, and that works.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I've told you that before.
Well, okay. I'll have to take the doctor's advice there and see what happens.
Yeah.
Right, but Ginter says the
Tried
wax
with
comes off quick, so we'll have to see.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I
Vaseline.
wax my line and guides.
And God.
Vaseline. Oh, Vaseline.
Hey, man.
Oh boy.
He's a doctor. He's got that special wax
Yeah,
or
special, yeah.
Vaseline, the real slippery shit. Whatever. So, anyways, first ice, where's everybody going? Mike, where are you going?
I got a couple pointers. I might be heading out later this week, like Thursday, out west
Don't you
to Lake of the
work?
Prairies.
You're already going this week? Damn.
Usually
That's
it's Lac du Bonnie Ponds or like
Yeah.
Hunt or something like that. But I don't know. I heard a couple things about it down there, so we'll see.
I heard. I've been seeing lots of stuff going on with Lake of the Prairies. A lot of people going out there catching
Yeah,
fish.
lot of posts from there already.
Yeah.
So
Most
So,
I heard was
wait.
5 inches.
I'd ask you, Santos, but we know it's not till March, and you're
answer's
going on
not
Lake
till
Winnipeg.
March, bro. Hey, I already went on the weekend. That's my version
Yeah,
of ice fishing, man.
Yeah,
What if I
minus-
set up the
you know.
tent like
Minus
really
weather?
nice?
That was ice fishing for us, man.
Yeah, well.
Yeah,
so
we
then,
were discussing when does 2 rods come into play when it's open water and ice on the edges. So that's a bit of a
Does that
we'll have
count?
to take that up. Yeah, does that count? Can we use 2 rods when it's frozen in some parts?
Yeah. Is there actually
Yeah,
a
right.
timeline, like when you can use it?
Yeah, that's a good question, right?
I don't know.
I'm gonna assume it's when the ice is like fully
Locked
all over
up.
the lake, right? Locked up,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah, but if you're
What about first open water and you pull up to an ice chunk?
Yeah.
Could you drop it in?
oh man, you guys are
Questions for the Casting Night podcast.
that's bro science. Who's gonna answer that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's gonna answer that?
Eric
There,
must be
this-
off the runway because he'd be answering, I guess. For,
Yeah, he'd be answering right away. He'd be telling us, "Get on with the show." Michigan, and we break a skim of ice with our boats to troll hog wall ice. I wish. I
Yeah.
hate winter. I just hate winter. You know what? I seen that first snowfall come down.
Yeah.
I was pissed off already. Had to go get the tractor, get in it, clean the snow. Yuck.
But at least you have to admit, this year it was like summer, a little bit of fall and winter. None of that whole bunch of crap weather where it's like wet, gushy, nice, wet, gushy. It's like winter. Let's stay.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I'm just tired of it. Oh, there's
I'm a winter guy. I love winter. This is
I
my
thought Jesse
time.
that. Yeah.
so I don't know. I don't love winter. I'd rather just have open water. Done.
I'm
Sell
with
the
you,
ice
Mike.
here.
I'm with the Tolly. Open
I'd
water
rather
all
go.
year.
This is the only good thing about it. No mosquitoes, but you still get frostbite. Whatever. Whatever.
We
Leon,
live
where are you
here-
gonna go?
We live here, so
Well, I'd say Lake Man. But something in my memories on Facebook there popped up in November 27th. I think it was 2019. I was in Gimli Harbor fishing at a spot. And that was through a good maybe 8 inches of ice. And so we'll see how the weather plays. I didn't venture that far out at Gimli because I was by myself, but I had a tip and I went out and I felt safe. But, you know, I'd rather play it safe, even though I'm itching to get out. If Mike wants to invite me out Thursday, I'm free, I think. So,
you think
But-
you're free? Maybe.
Can you tow?
But,
can you tow?
no,
what?
but I would honestly say like Lake Manitoba or I'd hit maybe Lake Winnipeg, but just depends on how it's locked up. And I'm not going to be the first one to test it out. I'd like to see a few results before anything. So
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm not a good swimmer and I don't really trust my, some of my instincts when it comes to stuff like that. So I'd honestly make sure that I'm out with somebody, of course, not just by myself. So
Well, I think I'm gonna go Lake Manitoba first.
yeah,
That'll be my
I think
first
that's the
stop.
safest. We've all done it before. Oh,
Yeah.
Jeremy, the fax is coming in.
Fucking stop it.
Oh, how did I turn this off? There you go.
Wow,
Somebody get that
Power
number.
button.
Somebody
It's
call that
easy.
number right now.
that's
It's
Pizza
easy,
Hotline.
you just hang up.
That's Santos. It's Pizza Hotline. You're confirming his order.
Yeah. I just
Will,
got in, man.
Will Foster says Mike Platt is right. I don't know what he's right about, but we're trying to figure it
Well,
out.
a lot
So
of things.
Cali.
And
Well,
Hey,
Rob,
I'm thinking Florida sounds like a good time. Me too.
sounds like
Florida.
a really good time. Yes. And Rob Noctis, we're all from Winnipeg, Manitoba. That's where we're
Well,
from.
somebody was asking there
Asking what?
where we're from.
Where we're from.
Right
yeah.
there. Well, he was down in Minnesota, he says.
Oh, okay. Well,
We're all
and
from
Minnesota has
Winnipeg.
different. Minnesota's got kind of the same temperatures, but lots of their water doesn't really freeze up until January, from what I've seen. Right, or it's a lot of sketchy ice.
He says he's across from Windsor. How unfortunate
Okay.
for you. You're by Toronto.
The heartbeat of Canada.
Is he a Leafs
Yeah.
fan, Totoli?
Oh no,
Oh
Is
man.
he a Leafs fan?
Great Slave Lake. No, I haven't.
No.
Well,
I-
he had sent out a comment back here that they do whipping. Like, what's this whipping?
yeah, what is whipping?
I know what whipping is, but I can't say it on the show because they'll shut us down pretty quick. So
Yeah.
We talk whipping. We talk Vaseline. We talk everything on this show.
yeah, it was funny because
He was saying he
I
was
made,
trolling,
I
but-
made that post. Oh,
Yeah.
this is gonna sound bad because it's a black guy now. I made that post of that guy that had those gummies.
Oh yeah, yeah.
everybody's sitting there. Oh, you guys are all into the gummies. No, I put it up there. It's because it's like the show we do. We talk about one topic, then we jump to the next one because he's talking about the gummies. Then he was an astronaut, and then he was a spaceship, and then all of a sudden he's sitting beside God. That's the show, not the gummy part. For Christ's sakes, freaking people. That's this Dave Simpson, the asshole of Canada.
Oh, God.
There's a couple of them. Well, just for all our Saskatchewan friends, just to let you know that the Bombers going to the Grey Cup again.
Yeah.
Woo!
Are we
Getting kind
gonna
of
have
boring already.
are we gonna have a quarterback though? Hey, why would he run? What's he running for? I don't know. Whatever. That's the extent of my sports done.
A couple shots of cortisone cures a lot of things, apparently. I think so.
He's gonna play. He's gonna play, man.
Mike, how's the bite?
Terrible. It's hard to drill through the grass.
Are you closer to the house?
Okay, so here.
Oh,
River fishing in the current, anchored, using short rods, 4 to 5 foot running a 3-way swivel, 2-foot drop to the sinker. So 3-way rigging then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Short rods, eh?
Yeah,
Those are like those ones Eric and I bought from Walmart.
I was just going to say life story for some of us. Ah, man. So, anyways, so Mike, you had posted. Oh, there we go with this damn screen again going all wild. Wow. So you had posted. I'm going to bring this up right here. You're doing some work on your shelter that you're actually sitting in, right?
Yep. That was before. I do have the bed and everything else outside, but I'm actually trying to make this one of the smallest single man sleepers that's available. So it works. I've actually converted this bench to lay flat. I'm so small I don't actually need that bench to go back. But I made a 4-foot bed, clamps right onto the seat.
Yeah.
Sleep away.
So you're sleeping on that thing.
Santos.
I will
the
be. Yep.
phone.
What the? Where's this one ringing? That's weird.
This is
How
burner
many
phone.
phones? He's like Tiger Woods. He's got 9 phones or something.
What are you running? Like a sexual hotline or what? Jesus. So
Dragon massage parlor.
So the bed, you said it folds underneath.
Must have heard Vaseline.
Yep. So in general, I might even be able to do this here. Just give me if you give me like literally 1 second, I'm just gonna move this over. See if I can do this here. Okay, so
here we go. Mike's gonna start. Oh.
This is the bed, kind of. And then it just the heater's probably gonna get in the way. It literally just clips onto this seat. Like that. I'll shut this so I don't freeze. So kind of like this. It's kind of weird to see it on that angle, but like from the back all the way to the front of the bench. Actually, I can probably zoom out. Oh, that's zooming. Like that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So all the way from here, all the way to the front is 81 inches. So for like a normal person can easily lay all the way down, but this will go all the way down too, but it is 26 inches wide, which fits my regular cot mattress. Works pretty well.
That almost looked like you bought that thing from IKEA.
It actually is the slats, like the wooden slats from IKEA.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna make some, get some plywood and cut them all up, but these already have that pre-bend to them. So I went and bought one for $30, made my aluminum frame, and then just placed them in there. And this will actually fit in a bracket that goes right underneath the seat. So it's not even there.
Oh, Cookluck wants to know, are you calling me not normal, Mike?
Which Mike is he asking?
Oh, he's asking Clack because I haven't said anything in a while.
I don't know. There's a lot of not normal people around in the ice fishing area, but they're all awesome.
So what other things are you doing to that?
I have. What else have I got? Conversion. I got all my lights set up. They're kind of the Eskimo or the Otter Pro LEDs.
Yeah.
Those are all set up in there. I got to put foam on the inside of the mat, and then on the 2 bracket supports on the back, I got to make a bracket so I can put my live scope. Is going to sit on there.
So
No,
brackets.
yeah.
So what kind of bracket? Like where's it going to sit from?
So, oh Jesus, that's zoomed in. YouTubers don't know how to work this podcast stuff.
Hey, you put them on a
tubers,
podcast and they fall apart.
Damn tubers.
Hey, there's no editing here, buddy. This is live.
There's
Yeah.
no stopping stuff, nothing.
Yeah, no kidding. I can't just stop, rewind, and redo it. But
Yeah.
so on the far side there, they have 2 of these, and they just go all the way up. I want to make something that's going to connect in. I haven't. The live scope and the GLS 10 box is pretty heavy, so I don't know if I'm going to put it on there. Plus, if you get that little bit of wind, it's probably just going to shake it off. So that's the next project. I want to try making something that's going to block up.
I couldn't find the photos from last year, but there was a couple of Filipino guys that went out. They actually put their live scope on a tripod. That's what they had it. So it sat at eye level and you could just work it, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
That's not a terrible idea. Yeah.
no, but it's like you're looking straight. Because
Yeah.
usually by the end of the day, your neck is killing you because you're busy looking down, right?
Well, and that's what, like on the big tent, the 650 XT, that one's easy because we just have a table and then the cots on there. So I mean, that's easy. This one here, it's going to be a couple times for me to figure out what I want to do, but I've had quite a few questions. I haven't released too much about this yet, but I think when the build is done, it's going to be pretty good. And the other good thing is we have another girl that always wants to come ice fishing with us, and she's wanted to do an overnight for years. So I thought at least this time I could set up the 650 for Callie and Courtney, and then I could stay in this one all by my lonesome
So that's it.
and listen
there,
to them.
right?
That's it.
That's one.
So
Cool-
how
cool
high is your
setup, man.
live scope screen sitting there, Mike? That's like bunk
Probably
height.
30.
Yeah.
It's it's higher because like my cot, it's about a foot and a half higher than my cot. My cot's
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, that's probably about 30 inches.
And I've seen that in the videos.
What are you using for the flooring there, Mike?
They are just regular foam tiles. I've actually heard that people are upgrading the 1/4 inch ones to
Yeah.
1/2 or 3/4 inch tiles. Like you can get a 3/4 inch floor tile apparently, and I'm like, that's a little bit too much. The big thing is trying to be as light as possible, and that doesn't look very light. But I've hand bombed that whole thing, walked out with the sled behind me, no problem, all winter.
So that's your ice camping setup right there.
Yeah.
So like all these people think it's pretty glorious to go ice camping. Like realistically, how much water's in that thing by the end of the night?
It's actually not too bad. The way our heater is set up, we usually keep it up. So the floor does get a little bit chillier. It's honestly like the longest we've ever done was a Thursday to a Sunday. And 2 years ago, we spent 14 weekends on the ice. So pretty much every weekend, we spent the weekend on the ice.
Yeah.
And maybe once or twice that we've actually had when we get up, you step down and the water will come up through the hole a little bit. But it's not as bad as people think. I think it's just trial and error.
I don't think I could do it. I flip-flop like a fish on a bed all the time.
I'll be right back, guys.
I'd be on the floor. Yeah, no. I'd probably get no sleep.
It's not bad. Yeah, right now Callie's all in her fishing gear. I guarantee it's like 26 degrees in there. Like we keep it hot. Like I'm sweating all day when she's in there. But
So
I mean,
then
the good thing with that is
That's super hot, man.
Yeah,
That's
26.
crazy hot.
I just like the fact that it is a lot of work, and I think that's the biggest thing I get slack for. People's like, "Oh, that's not even ice camping. You're a wuss." Blah blah. I'm like, 100%. If I could sit there and just with one cot or a chair, I would do it. But the biggest thing is it gets Callie out, and if me and Callie can spend some more time together, that means I can go out longer, which means I can go fishing more.
Okay, so you said ice camping. That's not ice camping. So what are people considering ice camping?
they just think it's too glamorous. They're like, oh, that's too much work. And honestly, me and Callie have it set up pretty good. We can get that whole thing set up, like holes drilled, tent, floor, probably in about 25 minutes, half hour, which isn't terrible considering that's a lot of work.
So why would you want to just sit there with no foam on the ice? I don't understand it.
And that's the thing. Like, we're literally in like t-shirts and just like sweats and like slippers walking around. When we cook, we can actually like cook and eat. So on those slow times, it's great. Like, you can actually just sit and chill. We'll fill some movies up with an iPad sometimes for like the overnights. Even though Callie, she's gonna hate me for saying this, but I hate that she likes to fish all night. Those lines will sit in there and she will catch 60 burbot all night. I'll get 1 hour's sleep, but she loves it. Like, yeah.
So for anyone that's starting to get into like ice camping, what are some of the things that you would tell them to suggest to get? Like,
First thing everyone's always going to tell you.
CO2
Carbon monoxide
detector.
detector.
Yeah.
So too, yeah.
Yeah. It's just, honestly, I usually run a couple of these, and so many people have checked out my YouTube video and be like, oh, that's so awesome. I want to do this. It is fun. It's a great time to go out. But just like anything else, it's serious. Like, you can't really screw around with it. Like going on first ice, like, you really got to know what you're doing. You got to pay attention to the signs. You got to know how you feel. Yeah, I see that comment there.
So like, there's so many different ways that people say that they put those in. Like, you should put them up at the top, put them down at the bottom. Where do you put yours?
Yeah.
Your sealed.
I actually have one higher, one lower. It's just because I've done so much research. I research everything. Like, I go a little overboard on certain things, and I haven't found a definitive answer. I've actually ended up calling and talking to a couple guys on the fire department. Some guys are like, just head height, because the head height is where you're breathing. Like, if you're sleeping, you want to have it about the same height that you are. The biggest thing is don't keep these in those pockets, because if it gets cold, it will not work. It won't work as well. So try to keep it in a nice, calm, like warmish area in the center of the tent. About mid height would probably be what I would recommend.
So
And I think
we'll
that's.
Go ahead, Leon.
No, I was going to say I did talk to Mike about the ice camping, and it's a great adventure, I think, but I don't even camp when it's 20 degrees Celsius out, let alone minus 20. Like, it does take commitment to do, like Mike was saying, right? It's not.
And you got to be
I have an
prepared,
app
because, like,
sometimes.
honestly, like, there are some times where we're out there and all of a sudden, when you're on Big Windy, there's a reason why it's called Big Windy. Things can turn around quick, so you got to be prepared to be. If the truck gets locked in, you're there for a couple days. So you got to make sure you're prepared for pretty much anything.
So Will was asking right here. He says, how many? I guess I was just asking
Tanks?
how many propane tanks for a weekend.
Honestly, in that setup with the floor and everything else, on like a Friday, Saturday, come back Sunday, I'll go through 120-pound tank.
That's
it, eh?
Yep.
And you keep like the Bahamas in there.
It's not like 26. It's probably like 22, 23, but it's hot. Yeah. And like, it is, you'll be amazed once you get it all set up. The biggest thing is getting all your air leaks, like going around the tent, making sure your skirt's down, facing your doors and windows the right way. But that 650 XD holds the heat in very well. Yeah.
So I'm guessing probably those big buddies are probably a lot better. Like, we've talked about this several times. Like, there's the sunflower. It's like, that's probably one thing you don't want to use when you're ice camping is a sunflower.
And the other next one I would actually say that I would never trust, and people can bash me all they want, is the Buddy Flex. The Buddy Flex I will not use.
That totally agrees with you, man.
That thing is a piece of. If I didn't spend so much money on it, I'd fire it up and shoot it with a shotgun. That piece of crap.
So you might see one on Marketplace coming up soon. One of the first times we used it, we actually got a reading. Lucky enough, we used it as a booster just because, like, the heat usually goes one way. If the wind all of a sudden changes, the other side of the tank gets cold. So every so often Callie gets cold, so she'll use it as a booster, or we'll use the small one. And that first night, she ended up just having to get up to go to the bathroom. And yeah, she lucky she looked, the meter was almost ready to go off.
Yeah.
So
that's not good.
yeah.
Yeah, they let off a lot of fumes. There's actually a video I'd like you to do, Mike, because you got
What's
time.
that?
I don't. I was actually gonna try 3 different heaters to see what would happen with those CO2.
I
That'd be
ran
interesting.
in my old Fast Fish 5. That was just like the uninsulated one. I put that up
Yeah.
before I did my first overnight because I wanted to research myself. I sealed it up. I closed the windows and doors, and I let that big buddy heater run on maximum with the vents closed.
Yeah.
I didn't get a reading, and it
Really,
was
eh?
not a windy day.
Tells you something.
I've yet to
man.
have a reading.
Yeah.
I have yet to get a reading with this, but that's not saying that it won't happen. I know, especially, I think the biggest thing that people have to also take in consideration is usually when they're doing it, they're going on a sled or in a truck. Those things aren't bulletproof. If they're going to bounce
No.
around, they're going to burn out. They're going to break. Like, you gotta be
Man,
careful.
That's
I'm
the one
telling
thing
you.
about those big buddy heaters, man.
Lake Winnipeg is a bitch on everything, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So, so when you decide to pick a spot, how do you just set everything up on the first spot you get to, or do you do some searching first?
I do a little bit of searching. Some of it's from summer, some of it's just from past or just talking to people. But that's a good thing with the live scope. I'll set it up pretty far, do a couple scans. A lot of it is guesswork. We've been lucky. We've been really lucky. Most of the time we plop one down, we'll still hit a good, looking at the flats and stuff, like the basic spots.
Yeah.
Some days aren't as good, but usually it's not too bad. I think the live scope helps a lot with that.
So here, I got Brent was asking diesel heaters. I think I'm going to lend you mine, right, Mike? We talked about that.
I would love to try it. I've been looking for an RV heater that's propane, but it still has an external exhaust. But those diesel heaters are coming up. I would really like to try one. I think I would like to see how it goes.
Yeah, because I have one. So I mean, you're more than welcome to try it out. So it
may not come back, but
hey man, I lent it to somebody. I'm not going to say his name, and he dropped it on the ground, and I had to fix the bloody thing already. And I've used it twice.
oh man,
Actually, you know what I use it for? I use it to thaw out snow bears outside. Like I come out of snow bears, and I just run that heater underneath, and it gets them thawed out pretty quick. So
there is a company that I've been looking at. I'm trying to think what the name is, but they do actual these mini propane heaters that are meant for ice fishing. And every time I look, they're sold out. I'll have to take a look and find out what company it is again. But it seems like an easy concept.
For me, the thing I don't like about propane is the propane. Once you get down to about that quarter tank, it freezes too fast.
Yeah.
And then
at
half the tank, you start to lose BTUs, and then you start getting all that ice up. That's why I want to try one of these diesel heaters.
Yeah. And on the big days, like when we go out with the truck, then I will always throw the generator in the back. The generator is 100% in the back of the truck all the time.
Yeah.
Fail safe.
And then do you wrap your tank? Do you have keep something on your propane tank, Mike? Like a
glove
or you know what I'm saying there? Like a wrap on it.
Sure. I'm definitely one of those guys that if it's a nice day, I'll keep the tank out. If not, I'll keep it inside. You're not supposed to. It's terrible. But it's like I say, the biggest thing is making sure you double check everything before you go out. Like I'll check my connections, I'll wet it. I even take water from the hole and I'll put it around the nozzle when I tighten everything up just to make sure I don't get a leak. It sounds stupid, but I'm not saying it doesn't sound stupid, but it's just all that little stuff is just that little extra.
I don't know. Yeah. It's funny though, because now you got to carry around diesel fuel, and then you got to carry a power pack to go with that.
Yeah.
And just for that heater, because that little igniter draws so much. So you'll have to try it out, Mike. You'll see what I mean. When it goes to ignite the diesel fuel at the beginning, it sucks a lot of juice up. And then once it's running, it's not so bad. So
that's what everyone says. Once at the start, the only thing I don't think I like about the diesels, from what I heard, they have that pump is like a tick.
It's not bad.
Or does
that the sound?
It's not bad. Okay.
But I bought a Chinese one, so it was cheap. So it was a 50-50 chance that it worked, and then it was another 50-50 chance that it's going to stay working. And it's been working.
Yeah. Working, so right?
I've burnt about 3 tanks through it, so.
It's going to fail when I have it, and I'm going to have to pay for it. Jesus.
No, you won't.
I see what you're doing here.
I wouldn't do that to you. So Jesse or Brent was saying there was physical effects from using propane heaters. So I've noticed Clayton Schick always has orange juice with them in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Just to kind of combat the fumes that come off the propane.
And honestly, when it comes down to it, it's not even just overnights. If you're spending a good 5, 6, 7 hours in a tent with the sunflower, you can get CO poisoning just as quick as if you spent a night. You know, it's just, and the hard thing is you could be even on the way home and get it, because CO poisoning isn't something that happens directly. It takes a little while for it to work itself through, and that's where some people are like they'll actually pass in their sleep, like going home after a day of fishing, because it's already built up in their system and it hasn't had enough to go through. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I've
Gotta be careful, man.
I felt the effects from just running a sun heater like many years ago. Like you got headaches for a couple of days, and I've told this story before. We Val and I stayed in a 16 by 12 bunkie with a 16-foot ceiling. And the soffits weren't enclosed. It wasn't insulated or anything. It was October, and we ran a what was it? It was a sunflower in there at night, and we were sleeping low to the ground. I got up. I had a massive migraine, and I think if I would have left Val for about another half an hour, she wouldn't be here. I literally had to drag her outside to wake her up.
Yeah.
Oof.
So.
It's got to be aware and careful, man. It's like
so that's one of the important things with the propane. You got to just make sure you have all your bases covered. So, what other neat things do you do to your shack, Mike? What other things are you doing?
I don't really know yet. It sucks for the first couple times because I like to play around with stuff. So I'll get something set up, and then I take it out 2 or 3 times and realize it does not work. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge, this one. I really don't know how I want to do and what I want to do. I want this to be able to be brought out just by carrying it, head out whenever I do something quick. I pretty much want, with a big setup, there's so much different things I have to remember. This one, I want to be able to put it down and everything's there. And that's the hardest part. I'm taking a little bit of time to kind of integrate like that bed that actually fits in underneath. Like I don't have to worry about storing it. It's already there, right? So.
And Mike, you'll put a floor in on that?
There's like, I just have the foam mat right now. And that's the other thing is I'm going to do what I did in the big tent. I still want to have my pre-designed holes, because once you get those pre-designed holes, nothing's better than laying it down on the ice, putting it down. You never have to worry about like finicky around and stuff like that. But so we still need 5 holes because we need 2 and then the live scope. So.
I watched a YouTube video. Somebody was going into one of those shows, and there was a section in one of the ice shows where it was like trick you trap type stuff. And then there was guys that were making sleighs that literally folded up to nothing. Then they would unfold them, and they've got all their buckets and everything they can put in there. But there's guys that put trays in. Are you going to have compartments for trays and stuff?
Yeah. So this bench, actually, the bottom lifts up. Right now, the hardest thing I'm working on is I actually want a rod, like almost a built-in rod case. So when I lift up that bench, all my rods are there. So that way, if I need something, I can lift it up. I can put it down. When it's traveling, the rods are protected. They're not going to get bounced around. So that's the hard one, because the rods fit perfectly, but there's some bracing and stuff I got to work with. I've modified a couple things. I've cut a couple things already. So we'll see.
Riesmeyer sent me this picture. We'll see if so right there. It's
a diesel heater.
It's a military heater. I think it's diesel and wood. So that's what he was talking about.
Nice. Yeah.
I would like one of those small ones too. You see, like the Hutterite colonies and stuff make these little ones that you just put like branches in, right? Like they're pretty small, but it's so hard because knowing me, I'm gonna burn myself. I burn myself on the buddy heater all the time, let alone a wood stove.
So then, if you're gonna get one of those ones, you're pretty much gonna just use it in your tent, not your flip.
Yeah. No, the flip I have, like, I mean, it's not that cold out, but like I said, when I first got in here, I had the buddy heater on max. I was inside for 5 minutes and it was hot. So I have it on low, and I've actually turned it off for the last 10 minutes, and it's still warm in here.
Still warm, eh?
Oh yeah.
At the ice show, I seen Cranston was making those little shelves that go in between the bars.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
Yeah, I
put
got
one
a
of
couple
those
of
in.
those for the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I managed
know.
to get a couple of them.
I like to do mine, fix my shack up, but I never have time to do nothing.
Yeah.
I can't even finish the
I think-
damn house.
Yeah. I think the only thing we had to talk about with Cranston with those is I think someone else brought up too. They need to have one that has a hole through it because
For the
it
cup.
will hold there, but with a little bit of wind for the cup. Yeah, maybe that was you I was talking about, but
Yeah.
I might have to drill it out and put my cup in there.
I would just drill it out so your cup falls straight in there.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's not like we go out and it's nice every day.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
whatever. And that's it, eh? Then no more, you don't do anything else with your shacks or nothing, eh?
It looks pretty intense, but no, it's a pretty basic setup because I don't want to get too crazy with it. I don't know if I would want to get one of those like 30-inch RV screens, like the 12-volt RV screens. You know, I can't be fancy and get Starlink so I could have internet wherever I am, but it's it's one of those where we'll see how it goes. But
So, Santos, what do you do in your shack? Oh, never mind. You don't have one.
I don't have one of those flip up shacks, man. I still have the non-insulated shacks, man.
so if I set up my tent and had it like nice in there, then would you go ice fishing?
So what?
Are you inviting Santos out
Are you
to go ice
inviting me?
fishing?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I might
Oh,
have
you're-
to, since you're a YouTuber, I
Yeah.
might have to accept that invitation.
See, the one thing I would like to do, and this is going to be out for everyone. I'm sure maybe I'll get the casting deck out there, but I would like to try to find a nice day, get a whole bunch of people just for the day, bring out like my propane fire pit, drill a whole bunch of holes, have a whole bunch of chairs, bring a barbecue, and just go out and hang out with a whole bunch of people of like mine that like to go ice fishing, right? So
That sounds like
Yeah.
that'd be something in March.
That's
I'm
a
okay.
fact.
I'm okay
January
with that.
15th.
I'm okay
Yeah.
with that.
Jesus Christ, Santos. I can't believe it. Oh, my
What are you
God.
talking about? You know, come on.
What?
When are you gonna do this in like minus 25, minus 30? No.
Why not?
Are you mad?
We've done that before.
Long
Jeremy,
time
honestly,
ago.
on a nice when it's like minus 20 and if there's no wind, it's like it honestly isn't that bad out there on the ice. I know it sounds stupid, but I know you're
Yeah, you
I know
ever
you're
see
fragile.
Santos when it's like -5? He's like this.
Yeah.
That's all you see. That's it.
There's been some times on the boat in summer, a wind comes and he has it up.
They're like,
I
oh,
saw that on the weekend. That's what he was like. I thought it was these.
Yeah.
I thought there's a Yeti on the Bigfoot on the front of the boat there.
The only one that's worse than you is your brother.
oh, my brother was done on Sunday,
Hey,
man.
no comment.
He
No.
was done. No,
Hey,
Mike.
look at it.
No, Kuklik,
This-
forget
hey.
it.
Jeremy, here it is.
That-
I
that's
want to go home.
That's my
I want to
brother.
go home.
That's my brother.
Nice.
10 more minutes.
Well,
No, I want to go home.
We'll have to set up. We'll set one up in February, a CDP day. You have to be there, Santos, or you're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
The-
Darcy,
the
he's not
coldest
even
day-
a fair weather fisherman. It's
Yeah.
got to be like sunny where he can wear shorts, man. That's the
That
worst.
day we
part.
went up to northern Alberta to go visit Callie's parents. We took the ice tent and stuff. We were going to stop along the way. That was the coldest time we've ever been on the ice. That was -42, and we had the non-insulated. That sucked. But we caught a lot of fish. No one else was on the lake.
That was your tour last year, right?
I think it was maybe 2 years ago. Yeah,
Okay, but I remember something like that. So,
yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Hey.
and you know,
Oh, go ahead, Leon.
oh no, I was gonna say like Manitoba. We know is like I know people listen from all over Canada and even in the States there, and you know Winnipeg does get the extreme temperatures. Like when we say we beat things to shit and like we test things out, like people have no idea what we go through when we're fishing, right?
No.
So you know, I really don't know why more products aren't tested up here because it's a real challenge considering the length of our season and the extreme temperatures we get.
Like,
You know, we work things pretty hard. So
Yeah.
If
Well,
they really want to test run stuff, they got to bring it up here, man. If it
Yeah.
survives our winters, it'll survive.
I've always said
anything.
Lake Winnipeg. If you want to test anything, summer, winter, or fall, Lake Winnipeg's the place to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
if I remember correctly, somebody was telling me a long time ago that Ranger boats used to bring up their boats up here to try them out on Lake Winnipeg. It's
Yeah,
just
eh?
a nasty
wouldn't know
place.
that.
They
It's
can,
just
yeah.
a nasty place.
Yeah.
Like, it's brutal. So Joe Tilley wants
That's
us to go to some lake in Alberta. I can't afford to leave Manitoba. Never mind go to Alberta. Man, these fuel prices are they're saying they're supposed to slowly climb.
Again?
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bastards.
man.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess somebody can't afford to buy their wife a Porsche or something for Christmas, so they're going to raise the freaking fuel prices. Sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
That's crazy.
What do you got going here, Mike? This casting deck challenge. What's this?
Yeah, I was bored one day, so I
were
couldn't
bored
figure
one
out
day.
what. Yeah, I'm bored a lot. I work all that time, so I was thinking I do a lot of kids giveaways and stuff. That's the whole reason why I do a lot of this. I don't do YouTube for any other reason other than to document some adventures and have a little fun with it. I think that's the best thing, and it gives you a little bit more opportunity to go and do stuff that you're not used to doing. So I started doing a whole bunch of kid giveaways, just especially during COVID. Parents were taking their kids out, but they're like, oh, I don't have this stuff. So I was like, hell, I'll go buy a couple cheap rods and just give them away. So this one here for November, I thought I would see how many giveaways I have to do. So I challenged CDP for all the hardcore anglers. Anyone that posted there, I was going to do a giveaway for a kid.
Nice.
Nice. So that's pretty much the Beast of the Week challenge type of thing, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So
How
Could
many
be
did you
anything.
get? How
Anyone
many
that
did you get so far?
well, we got a few, but I'm on my Apple, so it's going to take me a little bit longer to get all this crap up here. So you know how it goes. Talk amongst yourselves,
Technical
as, Eric would
difficulties, eh?
say. Hey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I haven't done. I actually haven't gone through them all to go take a look at. I'll probably do that tonight. I have another giveaway that Clayton himself gave a couple hats for some kids, so I had a coloring contest for that too. So we're kind of in the midst of trying to figure that out. So yeah, it's really fun.
See, this is my Apple here. You see, I can't get rid of this damn board.
Okay.
Pissed me off. But anyways, Beast of the Month. So we got Beast of the Week, which goes to the end of the month. We're not sure when anybody's getting paid, apparently, but there's still money there to
There's
hand
still
out.
money out there, man.
And it's donated by Dylan Fui, Team Fui Automotive. I'm going to try to get this so we can, look at some of these pictures. Frickin' Apple. If this thing wasn't so expensive, I'd smash it on the floor.
You got a lot of things
Hey?
like that, eh? You got a lot of
Yeah.
things like that. Not too expensive. They'd be
Oh, man,
bottom
I
of the league,
destroy it.
man.
Yeah, that's right. So here's the first one.
I love it.
So John
Nice.
has this tiger trout. We were talking prior to the show here. Somebody was saying that there was a few of them that were going up there, right? That went out fishing for those.
I
Really?
think there's a group of 4 of them, and they all got some nice.
They all got
They
some.
all
pretty
got
sure
some nice
there's a couple of
fishing.
them, yeah.
So
Well,
yeah.
this one isn't a fish, but it's Joe Tilley taking his grandson out. I believe it is.
That works
And
too.
yeah,
Yep.
he ended up getting his first chicken.
That's awesome.
So he's out in Alberta. Look at all the snow they got. It looks good on you guys, man. It really does. You guys
And
can
he's,
keep it all.
wearing a CDP hoodie too, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Tilley's like one of our biggest supporters.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you the picture here of Braden with, I believe it's Braden. He's got all these chickens lined up on the tailgate. That
Yeah.
is good. You ever
That's an
shoot
Alberta
those,
thing.
Mike? You ever shoot those, Mike?
I can't get into hunting. Nothing against hunting. I have a very addictive personality. Next thing you know, I'm going to have a house full of guns. So
got that.
I just this is already fishing's already too expensive, let alone hunting.
Well, I got into hunting way before fishing. And the problem is it is addicting and it gets expensive, especially when you start doing bow hunting. Everybody knows this guy, Mr.
Yeah.
Clayton Schick. I believe that's a Lake of the Prairies one because if you look behind him, I think I know
Yep.
that spot.
This you're sounding exactly like Eric right now.
I know that
Looking at it,
spot.
it's like,
Where's
I
he
know,
at?
wait,
I
I know
know,
where it is.
I know
You know
exactly
exactly
where
where
this
it
is,
is?
man. I know exactly
Yeah.
where that spot is. I know right where that
Bring
spot
out
is.
the magnifying glass.
Hey?
Bring
What's
out the
that?
magnifying glass.
Yeah.
Mike didn't even need the
Nice.
magnifying glass. That was
I
just
don't need
pure
the magnifying
topography.
glass. I know where that is, man.
And I swear, it was like 3 seconds before I posted that challenge. Like, I posted up, and all of a sudden, Clayton sends me a message like, "Here you go," and I'm like, "Oh, you bugger."
Here's another
Oh.
one right there. What's with the dragon in the back here?
Dragon man, eh?
Yeah. Oof.
Made an appearance.
Like, how cold is it? Like, look at the windshield here.
Yeah.
Like,
It
it's
was
frozen.
cold.
It's got a layer of ice.
It was cold.
And what was
man.
Jeremy? Do you remember the temperature in the water? It was just above freezing. I think it was
Yeah, it was cold.
30
man.
knot. What's I don't know what freezing temp is in Fahrenheit, but I did the research after, and it was it was cold.
Yeah.
Just above.
Yeah, well, it can
Yeah.
freeze on the windshield.
39?
It's cold.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? 39 Fahrenheit?
Here's,
Yeah, I
here's
think
a
it's
good,
39.
there's a good Santos
There.
right there.
The tail,
Hey,
Tails off.
the tail's off. It's
who,
yeah.
who took the picture?
Either
I think
Justin
that's
or Leon.
Justin. No, not me, Justin.
It's funny how fast it, under the bus.
I just
It's
hear
Justin.
Justin under
It
the
was
bus.
Justin, man. Just
but
He's
hey,
right
going
under,
under the bus.
The
right
actual,
under the
picture,
bus.
the actual picture of that shows the whole thing, though.
Yeah, and it was that was a beauty fish too. So
Good fish. Yeah.
Like, I commented on this one earlier with Leon. I'm
Yeah.
looking at this picture. And look at the ice on this fish. Like, there's ice crystals
There's
all
ice
over this
everywhere,
fish. Like, what's with that?
yeah,
What happened there?
it was cold, man.
It wasn't that bad. Come on. Santos went out, so it must have been nice out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
What actually possessed you to go out, Jeremy?
I just wanted to fish one more time because I ain't going ice fishing for a while. I ain't going fight ice fishing for a while, man.
You,
And strangely enough, like I don't know that area too well. We saw a couple shore fishermen that day too.
casting over the ice?
Other,
I
yeah,
think where they're fishing out there, there was no ice.
yeah,
buildup.
there wasn't much. It was just pretty much just the shoreline that had a splash. But
Mike, you're going to pick the winner, and this one doesn't count because he's part of the group.
No,
So
I don't count.
I just had to put it up there because he was actually out for real. Which
I have to
kinda-
pick the winner.
You picked the
you
winner
gotta
flat.
pick the winner, man.
Oh, it's got to be the tiger. I love tigers. That's like probably my like. I don't care what it is. Tigers are just one of my favorites.
Oh, you're not going to pick this one here?
My sauger. I have to enter a sauger just to
That's
piss Mike
beautiful.
off.
Just
I
to piss
love
me
it.
off, hey, Saugers.
Soccer. They count
Callie
for
was
this one.
miserable. If she knew
Why
how to
was-
control that boat when I stood up there, 100%, she would have went over and left me in the water. She
Why?
did not have a good time. It was freezing. Yeah.
Freezing.
It was cold,
So-
man.
So
That was
this
windy.
is the winner
it was
right
like
here,
40K
eh?
wins.
The Tiger?
I like it.
John's Tiger?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
John's the winner. So,
Nice.
I love tigers.
So he'll be entered for the Beast of the Month as well.
Yeah, he's going to be entered for Beast of the Month. He'll get if he wins, he'll get $100 in about 2 years from now. It'll be like a retirement thing for him.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. So
Yeah.
I guess we went a couple
Sorry,
minutes
guys.
over
Oh.
into overtime. Hey?
Overtime's always good.
Yeah. What kind of music should we play for going out? Feeding the Ducks? You want to listen to Feeding the Ducks? With
oh yeah, let's do that. Let's feed some ducks.
I'm gonna feed the ducks. Oh, that's
Oh,
it.
relaxing.
Oh,
man.
it's so relaxing now.
Ben.
Anyways, Mike, thanks for coming on, buddy.
Thank
So
you, Platt.
anybody that hasn't subscribed to his channel, it's look at him. He's gonna go to sleep now.
He's got the disco light
Yeah.
going, eh?
Well,
Real life with
it's my
Mike.
bed now.
Oh,
There goes Leon.
no, I'm good.
I hope we didn't have more than a 10-second nobody talking because you know how Eric's gonna be. He's gonna start matching right away.
Oh,
His fingers are
I
going
think
100 miles an hour.
He'll get a good laugh out of it.
Analyze the whole show, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
The plate's for everybody.
for everybody that put everything on pause for the Game of Inches, thank you very much. Go back to watching it. Remember, midnight tonight's the end of it. Put the end of our contest, not the Game of Inches. So get those links in there. Pick your team. It looks like everybody's going for Saskatchewan. So it'll be interesting. And stay safe on the ice, you guys.
Don't forget, go
Yeah, stay
Bombers,
safe.
man. Go Bombers.
Oh,
Go Bombers.
Bombers.
Go
Do this.
Bombers.
Oh, yeah.
Don't
For
forget.
Real Life with Mike, Leon Bell, Jeremy Santos, the Dragon Bitch. Lee Short Fuse. Have a good one, everybody. Stay safe.
Be safe, everyone.
Wow.
And the broadcast.